Hey everyone, it's Kat, back with some more spontaneous fun. Today we are creating the Addams Family in The Sims 4. This family took me a very long time to do. I'm talking like 2 hours. But I really had a lot of fun. I love the Addams Family. I've been a fan since I was old enough to watch the movies. I actually had the 1991 film adaptation playing in the background while I was working, and I had a lot of fun. So just a little bit about this family. They're a little weird. They're just eccentric to the most extreme. There are 6 family members and 1 butler. So I started with Lurch the butler, which you're seeing now. He takes pride in his work and is willing to do the most arduous of tasks. And he often demonstrates signs of frustration towards his employers. However, his continued presence also suggests loyalty. He also loves to play the organ. So I gave him the musical genius aspiration. He's a perfectionist. He's hot-headed. Then I made him family-oriented because though he gets frustrated sometimes, he does enjoy. He has become part of that family, and that's actually canon. I read that too. So moving on to Grandmama, one of my personal favorites. She's awesome. She's the first witch of the household. And so she is described as a disrespectful old hag, but she is foolishly good-natured. So for that, I made her mean, outgoing, and neat. I don't know. We'll get to the neat part in a minute. But she is the grandmother of Wednesday and Pugsley Addams, which are Morticia and Gomez's children. And she's the mother of Fester and Gomez Addams, which are brothers. She famously taught her grandchildren a lot about history, particularly about Marie Antoinette and the French Revolution, which possessed her grandchildren to build and play with guillotines. And we'll get to that in a minute too, once we get to the kids. Like I said before, she's a witch, and she does assist in some of the cooking, particularly the family meals. So I made her aspiration a purveyor of potions. I thought that fit really, really well. Also that she kind of probably helps keep house a little bit. Maybe she's neat. I don't know. I don't know. I was really struggling with the last trait, okay? Okay, moving on to dear old Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester, first of all, he's older than Gomez. I did not realize this. Anyways, whatever. So Fester is the uncle. He's the eccentric uncle that teaches his niece and nephew Wednesday and Pugsley about explosives. He is a creative thinker and will often jump into a new situation and trust himself to adapt as he goes. Now for this, I made him adventurous. I did make him hot-headed, and then the other trait I gave him was creative. And his aspiration is Renaissance Sim. Gomez is described as sentimental and often puckish. He is optimistic and enthusiastic for his dreadful plots. He is known for playing with and blowing up trains when he is stressed, which I think we all can relate to. But he is also a devoted father and extremely loving husband. Remember at the beginning when I said I had to wait till I was old enough to watch the movies? Yeah. That's one of the reasons why. So I made him a public enemy. Particularly, he likes to tell his son Pugsley to go remove stop signs so that cars crash. Anyways, this is fictional, by the way. Don't go removing stop signs. But for that, I made him a public enemy. He is ambitious, outgoing, and family-oriented because he is really devoted to his children. Definitely. Okay, Morticia. So she is Gomez's equally loving wife and mother to Wednesday and Pugsley, of whom she is fiercely protective, which I loved. I got so happy when I read that. That made my heart feel really full. But she's very elegant, poised, aloof, and well-mannered. And while she adores actual weaponry, which I actually forgot this about her, she does like weaponry. But although she adores that, her defense choice is words, which I love. Yee! Yes! Use those words. Sorry. She's always polite, but not afraid to state her opinion, and she sees no reason to apologize for her family's unusual lifestyle. Moving on to the kiddos. Wednesday. I love her so much. I wish I could have done more with the kids, but like they only have one trait. They can only have one aspiration. It's whatever. And we're limited as far as like what outfits we can give them and hairstyles. Like I really wanted to give Wednesday the long braids that she has, but we just don't have that in the game. But anyway, she is my favorite member of the Addams family. She has a deadpan wit. She hardly ever displays any emotion and has a morbid interest in trying to inflict harm on her brother Pugsley. She learned about many things in history from her grandmama. One particular lesson about the French Revolution inspired her to cut one of her doll's heads off with the guillotine built by her brother. Okay, so for that, I made her, her aspiration is a whiz kid because she's super smart. And evil is her trait. So, moving on to the last and final family member is Pugsley. Pugsley may seem unintelligent and soft-spoken, but that is anything but true. He is a devious and brilliant boy and a dedicated troublemaker. He is a genius in his own way, particularly when it comes to building toys. His favorite toy being the guillotine. Just as his sister tries to harm him, he tries to poison her. Fun fact, he can also turn himself into Mr. Hyde with just an ordinary chemistry set. I did not know that. So now that the family is created, they will be moving into the biggest and most luxurious manor in Forgotten Hollow. I wonder whose house that used to be. If you guys don't know, I deleted Vlad, and yes, the Addams family is moving in. Well, that's about all the time I have today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe right now for all the spontaneous, spooky fun, and I will see you in the next one.